Hi, I'm Emma Lou, the Creative Director with Heartfelt Creations. Today I'm sharing how to stamp your main images and cut it out with a Cut Mat Create die. It's such a fun technique. I'm also showing some glittery backgrounds that you can use on all your Christmas cards, so join me and we'll have a lot of fun together. I love this dove of peace image, and I stamped it on just a regular piece of cardstock, and I wanted to cut it out with a die so I don't have to completely scissor cut it. So to do that, I stamped the image from the dove of peace pre-cut set, and I'm using the 2B Cut Mat Create die. With this one, to start it out, I just lay this at an angle, and I'll draw around the outer edge with a lead pencil. And anywhere that the stamped image is protruding, we'll just snip into that with a scissors. So I'll just hold on to this, just go around there with a lead pencil. And once you've done that, you'll see this light drawing. Now the blade is in the center of the die, so you'll see on this image that I already pre-cut and trimmed some of these. This area over here I haven't yet. So what you'll do is you'll go in with your scissors and you'll cut into that image just a little bit. Now where that line is, I will actually cut past that line probably about another 1/4 inch. Sometimes you do have to do it a little bit further than that. So just kind of trim right along that tail. I see that the berries are pretty much hitting the line, and that might be cut off a little bit, but for this technique I'm not going to cut that off. So basically any piece that's cut out that you don't want to have cut off, you'll just kind of fold that up, and now we're ready to tuck this die underneath. So when you're doing this, just bring that die in, and you'll want to make sure that this is positioned and lined up with that outline that you had drawn around the edge. So you'll bring this in, any piece that you don't want to have cut off, just kind of curl that up. See, that comes in the front of the die. That'll ensure that that will not be cut off. This one slipped underneath. Whoops. This has a lot of different angles, so the first time you're doing this it might feel a little bit awkward or slipping around. Okay, so kind of bubble it up over here. There we go. Once it's kind of locked in position, it kind of holds its place a little bit. I'll bring this one up. The further you cut in, the easier that is. So all those pieces have been pulled up. It's ready to run through the machine and cut it out, and you'll see that those little birds are tucked in nicely up there and it's all lined up. So we'll bring this through our Cuttle Bug. So this technique works great if you don't want to scissor cut out a complete stamped image and you want to have a little bit of a basic shape along the background. So we'll bring this out, and all those cutout pieces just fall to the side, and you can bring this down and you'll see how beautifully that's cut out, and you have these extra pieces along the side. So that's what I did to create this, and then I added the 2A square right behind that and layered that with those poinsettias on the open card front panel from the Festive Christmas collection. I love creating glittery Christmas backgrounds, and this sentiment background works perfectly for that technique. I was using the stamp sentiment from the Festive Christmas background. So to create this, you're going to start out using your glue pad, and I have, since this is a large stamp, I just have it turned upside down so that I get great glue coverage on my image. So this is what you want to use if you want to have glitter over an entire stamped image, and I usually do it for backgrounds, or if you want a flower that has an outline of glitter, that's also a great way to do that as well. So just give it some firm, even pressure. When I'm using a big background stamp like this, I do like to stamp it on a red stamp pad mat. That gives it some great cushion and makes it stamps nicely. This is sticky, so you'll just pull it away. And I stamp this on kind of like a subtle Christmas note background. So you'll start by adding your glitter. And I wanted to have the dark glitter on the top. You just kind of sprinkle that over the top, and you'll see those words just magically appear. When you're working with this, I do like to add the darker color of glitter first. That tends to work the best. We'll switch to the green. When you're working with glitter, it tends to get everywhere, but that, I guess, creates some sparkly, glittery dust, doesn't it?
Okay, so we'll just end this. I'll add a little bit more green on this side because it's kind of like a sentiment by itself on this. And we'll just add a little bit of a touch of gold on the end. So this is a great way to just add some sparkle to your Christmas cards. So you can see how that background just pops right out of the paper. To seal this, I do like to use a clear sealer spray over the top that makes that the glitter is sealed and it will stick to your Christmas cards really well. So that is the key to making that glitter stick with your glue pad.
You can use these techniques for any of the stamps or backgrounds that you already own. Have fun incorporating them into your Christmas cards. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.